really done one of these in a while. Hey everyone, Dragon Lover 95 here with another, Dragon Q&A. Boy, it really has been a while since I did one of these, like I said. So, today, I'm actually lucky. I actually got at least one new question. And this one is by Gamer Zombie 667. And they pretty much ask, okay, here's our question. What are you scared of? Ooh, that's definitely a bunch of good ones. So, by all means, everyone, I'm gonna pretty much, say what I basically need to say, but, if I'm gonna do this, I need to have fitting music for it. Ah, there we go. That'll work. Anyways, for one of the scariest things I have to say is that I will name the ones that pretty much get to me the most. I mean, back then I used to have the common fear of being afraid of the dark and such. Pretty much believe that there were the types of monsters that would come out of the closet or under the bed and such. And, well, the senses of evil strangers, which is still a thing. And yet, I believe I would have to say I have a fear of certain types of bugs. Ones that are creepy crawlies, like skittering everywhere, like the common phobia of spiders, or something like millipedes, silverfish, and the likes. Mosquitoes are annoying, and so are flies, so they don't really scare me that much. Moths are passable. Butterflies are beautiful. So yeah, it's really the kinds of bugs that get to you. And roaches, let's just say, would you believe that I actually used to live in an apartment complex where I had roaches? I bet you didn't. There were multiple ones. Multiple. Every nook and cranny where our conditions needed to be done. And such, how creepy it was having them around, skittering. And honestly, we did our best to get rid of them. Thankfully, we moved up to the second floor, so we didn't have to worry about that. Now, spiders, they're still a thing, but if I do see it, I do whatever I can to get rid of them. Either I crush them, or I pretty much place them outside. That is for the better. Another thing I had to say is, I have a natural fear of heights. Why is that? Well, if I am strapped to something that I can't escape from, I'm being held with dangling in the air, and then, well, let's just say I freeze up. I can't move. There's nowhere to go. And that one moment, you have the sudden fear and the dread that you will some point drop. And that would be the demise. Whew. I don't really mind from edges and such, because at least you don't have to be stranded in the air. Although I don't have really much problems with certain rides. It's just really tall roller coasters that might actually make it worse. Especially with the straps being definitely not secured. Another kind of fear I would have to say is, well, I'd say losing good friends and having them turn their backs on me. That's something I really wouldn't want to have happen. I do care about them. And that's pretty much what I have to say. I guess the last thing I would have to do is basically those of the unknown. Why the unknown? Well, have you ever thought about if you basically look into something like a story, a written scary story like creepypastas or grimdarks or novels? They get into your mind and they screw with you. Sure, sometimes it could be of use for creating things. Other times, frightening. Like, very much frightening. But yeah, that's technically what I basically had. And let's just say, boy, Junji Ito really can get to you. Now, there are some stories that could really get to me. I'm still not over some of them. But others, meh, they can be passable if you don't really think about it. But yeah, those are pretty much the freaky things that I have to name off. Anyways, I believe this music is done. Next question. Who's the friend who annoys you the most? That's a bit of an odd question if you ask me. But if I have to say, I don't really want to pretty much give out any names because I don't want them to feel offended. I will give at least some criticisms on them. Mainly just the few that I've actually spoken with. And these are the ones I basically have bits of needs to be said. So yeah. Well, there's this one I basically know. He's got a YouTube and a DA. Then again, some friends I do have most of those. Also other accounts. And yeah, he basically knows his things like Godzilla and such, Transformers bits, and of course certain types of voice actors. And has an interesting way of blending these sort of things. But one thing I get annoyed with, when it comes to certain like RPs, like you basically start something and let's just say the characters he does try, but he could do better. But sometimes he can actually make them sound creepy, like really creepy. It's like, hi kids. Okay, maybe not like that, but you get my drift. And his other friend, I won't say. Sure, he's very nice, he's innocent, he's a really great pal, and he's a major Kirby fan. But all I can say is that, my gosh, it seems like he's trying to take over my Plush Talk channel. Plush Talk series. I don't know. And pretty much has us voice certain characters and such, and honestly, it's fine and fun, but sometimes it can get a little repetitive, and sometimes you want to pretty much switch things up, like switch out the characters to something else, or at least have other characters talk about other things rather than just random shenanigans. And again, I guess you guys really like those shenanigans and such. And takes over screen share multiple times, talk about things that I'm probably not gonna look up too much. Goes on and on about certain things, and well, all I can pretty much say is that he has good intentions. He just has a habit for pretty much taking over things. No offense. No offense to you, buddy. No offense. Just, you know. He's still a good friend, though, and I approve. And, happy almost birthday, buddy. Now, this last friend of mine, well, all I can pretty much say is, well, he's funny. He definitely has interesting tastes. He is interested in those types of horror movies. He's definitely got, well, the randomness behind that, and has the sight of determination. If there's anything I'm annoyed with, just bits, it's just sometimes can get kind of a bit of a too intense of an RP. Like, very intense. And I'm just like, dude, you need a chill pill. Like, severely a chill pill. But other than that, he's still great to hang around with. Just that, I hope he pretty much learns how to chill later on. But yeah, that's basically what I have to say. So, yeah, and one more thing, and the last question is,
do you like waffles? Yeah,
well, honestly, I haven't had that in a while. So, I guess? I mean, it's waffles. They're basically misshapen hardened pancakes. Yeah, seriously. Does anyone honestly find waffles technically kind of like pancakes a bit? Because honestly, I see that. That and French toast. Maybe it's because they're all bread. But anyways, those are all the questions that are basically asked, and hopefully you guys like these sort of answers, or at least me being honest. But yeah, hopefully you guys will give me more questions, because I really want to try this little thing. And who knows, if you guys really want to see something, I will put a link to a different Ask series where you guys can check it out. Warning, some of it in there is not suitable for a younger audience or those who have weak stomachs. That is called Ask Corrupted Riala. If you guys want to see that kind of stuff, then feel free to pretty much leave a comment below if you guys would want to see that. Other than that, I will see you all later. This is Dragon Lover 95, and have a good night, everyone.